First off, how has preparation been going this week ahead of the big game?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, lads are in good spirits, as you can probably imagine. Everyone's looking forward to the game, to the point where, we just want to get on with it now. It's been a long, long season. A lot of hard work, blood, sweat and tears put into it. We were looking the other day, apparently on Sunday, it'll be 11 months and 1 week from the first day we come back in on June the 20th. So just goes to show, how far we've sort of come as a group. So, everyone's looking forward to Sunday.
Let's get the basics out of the way. Injury-wise, anybody struggling for the weekend?
No, I mean, with the obvious that have been missing recently, James Jones and Adam Jackson won't feature. The game's come too soon for those. We've still got 50-50 doubts. Not ideal with our three centre-halves, believe it or not, with TJ, Lewis and Walsh. Having said that, none of that mind game stuff. We do hope and expect them to be available. They've just been, struggling a little bit since Saturday.
Yeah, with Joe Walsh, obviously made his return against Sunderland. Do you feel he could start and last the 90 minutes, or and would that be a risk that you're willing to take with it being the last game of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we'll leave that decision right to the last minute. We need to see what he's like tomorrow. If we feel that, like I say, he's okay to start the game, then certainly that will be the case. And listen, that would have been the case on Saturday, but we just felt it was too much of a risk. And the fact that he's not trained, obviously, much this week suggests that we made the right decision in the end and just got away with it. When
will you tell the players who's starting?
I'm going to sleep on it tonight. They normally know the day before. So whether that's tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, but I don't want to put too much fear into the players. Yeah, I'll speak to my staff and I'll make that call tomorrow at some point. They'll either know tomorrow evening or first thing on Sunday morning.
You've obviously suffered Wembley heartache in the past. Apart from the obvious of not losing, what have you learned from those experiences that you're going to take into this weekend?
Hopefully try to, without sounding too cliche, playing the game and not the occasion, but there's a lot of truth in that, to be fair. First and foremost, you're there to beat the opposition and to find a way of beating the opposition. There's sort of a few ways of sort of doing that. First and foremost, we have to make sure that we start well and we turn up, and we certainly play better than we did in the first half on Saturday. And secondly, respect the opposition and know what their strengths are, and make sure that we limit them to as little opportunities as possible. So I think almost trying to in some way. It's very, very difficult because of the size of the game, but trying to in some way get the players to focus on the 95, 98 minutes rather than what's going on around them.
9 goals in the 2 games between the two sides in the league season. Do you see it being as open on Sunday because of the way the two teams play, or do you think the occasion will change that?
I'd like to hope it is an open game. Maybe Neil thinks differently, but for me it would be great because it would be an opportunity again to sort of showpiece some of the standard of football being played in League One at the minute. So hopefully that's the case. But you're right, maybe because of a bit of tension around, it might be a little bit more, I say it might be a little bit more, less free, less open. It might be a little bit more tackles flying in than probably normally be, and people worried about sort of making mistakes. And if that's the case, obviously we've just got to make sure that our concentration levels are spot on.
What would it mean for you personally to get another promotion on your CV and lead this club to a position they've not been in for 60 years?
Yeah, it'd be huge. I've just been having a conversation about that. There's no point trying to be a politician, trying to play it down. The reality is it'll be one massive for the football club and everyone concerned with the football club. But from a personal point of view, it'd be fantastic. It's one thing that I want to do before I leave the football club, make sure that we do get promoted. Probably didn't expect, if I'm being honest, at the start of the season to get the opportunity to do it this season. but we've got one game to try and go out there and do that. So be huge, you know. Like you say, the club's not been at this level for such a long time, and to do with a group of players that we've got available, and how young they are and inexperienced, will be a massive achievement.
And how are you going to look after those players who've never experienced a Wembley final, have never experienced such a big occasion in their career?
Just give them a little bit of a reminder of last Saturday, if I'm being honest. It couldn't have been any better preparation. It was almost a dream for me, in the sense that, you know, for them to suffer in the first half as badly as they did, to go through that experience of being put under pressure by the opposition for pressing the life out of them, and having to deal with the fact that they're in someone else's stadium, and, you know, the fans sort of getting on their backs. You know, for me, that was a great experience. And for them to come through that and, you know, come out the other side, I do believe, because it's so fresh in their mind, you know, listen, there might be a few percent of things that I can say that can spur them on and motivate them, but that should be motivation in itself.
Last week we talked about whether you're going to watch the other semi-final before yours. Are you going to watch the playoff final on the Saturday before yours?
I will try, but I'm not sure how much of it we'll get to see. I think for the first half we'll probably be on the road, but hopefully with a bit of luck, you know, we might be able to get the opportunity to watch the second half. But yeah, we'll be watching on the coach, as you can imagine, and trying to, you know, enjoy the fact that on that day it's not us that's under pressure and having to go out and perform. But it's going to be a fantastic game. I think everyone's looking forward to it. I mean, great day for football tomorrow with that and the Champions League in the evening. Arguably, you could argue that, you know, the actual championship game looks like it might be more exciting because of what's at stake.
And just finally, I think this weekend Wales are going to announce their squad for the Euros, and Brennan Johnson is obviously on the radar of getting in that. And I think it could be Sunday that they announce it. How are you going to play that? Are you going to hope that he finds out beforehand? Are you going to ask him to just switch away from it until after the game?
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he's not able to switch away from that. You know, ultimately, I see that, and I think Brennan does as a bonus. You know, he's been involved with the squad, you know, for many occasions now over the last 18 months or so. And because of his age, he's going to get plenty of opportunities, hopefully, because of, you know, what's happening at Wales, and all of a sudden the last 3 or 4 years or so, the resurgence of Welsh football at international level. They've done ever so well, and he'll want to be part of that. So, listen, we hope he gets the opportunity to travel and go, and I'm sure he will. But if he doesn't, you know, he's going to get plenty more opportunities to do it.